Sagittarius, Spirit got us doing a love reading. We are coming from the book of Luther. You don't know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about Luther Vandross, y'all. If you grew up in the 1900s listening to R&B like I did, you know who Luther is. And what's the song? Never Too Much. We coming from the scripture. Oh my love, a million days in your arms is never too much. Man, let me tell you, Luther, Luther, Luther. And never too much. That is about receiving love and affection, not just from your partner or partners, but also from within, like treating yourself. Like it is a fun song of love. It is a fun song of giving and receiving, not taking, receiving. Never too much. I'm Shauna. This is your highest good tarot, Sagittarius. This message ain't for all of y'all, and that's okay. But we about to get into it. What is Spirit? The situation surrounding Sagittarius is never too much reading. We have the Eight of Axes. That's the Eight of Swords, y'all. We have the Moon. We have the Moon. Okay. And we have the Ace of Blues. That's the Ace of Cups here. All right. At the bottom of the deck, Sag, the Ten of Jazz. That's the Ten of Wands. I'm hearing overburden, overbearing, and just over it. How you got all of that? Like Spirit just like overburdened, overbearing, and just over it. Like, ugh. Doing the most without gratitude and recognition. This 10 of Wands is a little different in the fact that this lady is G'd up, right? She got on her best playing the fuck out of that damn tuba to nobody. She in a field. It's not even a luscious field. Usually, we see some greenery to show us abundance and things like that. No. And it's no indication that this is wheat. Wheat is another sign of abundance and prosperity. Under the 10 of Jazz, we have the Queen of Roots. Isn't it interesting how we were just talking about prosperity and abundance? You are, living a life, Sagittarius, regardless of your gender identity and biological sex, one who takes care of things. You may be the stable person. You may be a business owner or a parent, the person that people look to for advice, the person people look to comfort them and to take care of them. Yeah. But I put this 10 of Wands to the side so if we need to clarify it. But let's go to your spread here. 8 of Swords, the Moon, and the Ace of Cups. You're gonna have to, the 8 of Swords is usually about when we box ourselves in, where we have certain thoughts and ideas that put us into a prison. And that is what Spirit is saying that needs to happen. Got to come up out of that shit. The idea of the moon is about, in this instance, about fear, um, not being liked, approval, doing all you do, not getting anything in return, no approval, no applause, no thank you, no gratitude. And it's time to come out of that, to feel that burden of, I have to do this to be, to get approval, to be seen, to be understood, to be fulfilled. It's too much. You're never too much, but you're doing too much. Doing the most. Can you clarify this 10 of jazz, please? For Sag? Clarify this 10 of jazz for Sag. And then we're going to find out, like, okay, so what is the never too much love part? What's this 10 of jazz for Sag, please? Oh. We got the Knight of Jazz. That's the Knight of Wands. To clarify this, you know, the Knight of Jazz or the Knight of Wands is somebody who is confident. Ace of Jazz, Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Huh. It's time to serve yourself. Your highest good. If anything, the Knight of Wands is somebody who is definitely self-serving, but in a more, you know, negative and selfish way. Um, and this Ace of Wands, this is definitely about, you know, finding that inspiration, that spark, because a lot of you have essentially lost it, and not lost it, it was turned down a little bit because of serving everybody else, and doing uh living a fulfilled, so attempting to live a fulfilled life when it was you who were fulfilling other people's lives as opposed to yourself, and maybe even seeking approval, or if you are somebody on social media, doing things that didn't feel, that didn't resonate, but doing it for, you know, likes, approval. And maybe those parts don't resonate, but my challenge, Spirit's challenge, is to kind of sit back and think about where, Sagittarius, in your life, you were you continue to do something for somebody else's approval of a parent, approval from a parent, approval from a child, approval from a boss, approval from a partner, who every time you did something wouldn't even give you that, wouldn't show you any acknowledgement, let alone approval. So, Spirit, what's the never too much love part? Why this? You saw how it flipped out. Four of jazz, not four, three of jazz, my bad. Three of jazz here. 9 of axes. That's the 9 of swords. 2 of axes. That's the 2 of swords. 3 of axes at the bottom of the deck. It's like the 3 of swords at the bottom of the deck. It's like, you know, continuing to seek out approval is just going to leave you in a space of inaction, disappointment, anxiety, because that's really what's surrounding this reading. Yeah. So let's get, because that's exactly what, the 3 of wands is like looking for the ships to come in, looking for that approval. Continue to look outside of yourself for that approval. Leave you in inaction, leave you in the same old, at a stalemate. Same old, just a different toilet. Let's get some advice here. Leave this deck. Okay. Okay, Spirit. What's your recommendation? You already gave us a little bit with this Knight of Wands. What else? I'm going to this Oracle deck because I know you were like, Sagittarius, I know you were like, this is supposed to be a never too much reading, like a love, never too much reading. And I don't know if I'm getting it. I don't know if I'm getting it. Like, so let's see. Let's see what Spirit has to say, Sagittarius. In 1 second. Let's see. What's your recommendation, Spirit, for Sagittarius to get to a point of loving themselves or being fulfilled, rather? Because we're talking about fulfillment and living a life fulfilled, where they're in that space where they are never too much. What is your recommendation? Let's see. Ooh. First of all, Spirit says, let me show you. Shh. Spirit's like, listen, just chill. Just chill. Seeking approval from people who have shown you multiple times that every time you are doing something for them, they are ungrateful. They are not reciprocating. They are not really going to give you what you want. So chill. Not only that, stop telling and doing so much. It's time to withhold. Pull it back in. Reel it in a little bit. Reel it in a little bit. If you telling people too much of your business, like, stop. Wholeness. Wholeness. A lot of times we seek approval because we are coming from a space of lack in our mind, where somewhere along the way we felt that we aren't enough. But this is that never too much reading. This is that Luther Vandross reading, So You are a whole person, Sagittarius. You don't need anybody to complete you. You don't need anybody to fill your cup. You are already whole. You're already worthy. You are perfectly imperfect. You're already whole. You're already abundant. But you have to see that for yourself. What else, Spirit? What other recommendations? Yeah, first it starts with recognizing that. And when we see that we are whole, needing approval for somebody else, okay. Okay. Mirroring. Mirroring. Yes, mirroring. Once we get to a space where we are whole, those things will start to come in. People will start to mirror, and they're probably already doing it now, but they're doing it out of a space of negativity. So when we start to see our wholeness, other things around us will start to mirror what we're putting out. So we have to come from a place of wholeness, come from a place of knowing that we're already worthy. We don't need anything extra. And even if somebody doesn't like us, we're already worthy and whole because we are connected to the creator. We are connected to our benevolent ancestors. We are connected to the universe. We have peace in ourselves and we continue to grow and become. And the only approval that we need is from whomever it is that's leading you spiritually. At the bottom of the deck, we have quality time. Quality time. Spend some time with yourself. Spend some time with yourself. Get to know yourself. If you've been in a space where there have been things that you stopped doing because you were trying to get the approval of somebody else, you wanted them to like you. Nah, fuck that shit. Fuck it. This is about you, Sag. Get that fire back. This is fire energy. This is fire energy. That's you. Yes, Ash, this is all about you, all about who you are becoming. Let's get your advice here. That's that's when you get into the space of never too much. Your Luther space. What's the advice for you? We gotten a lot of advice, but let's get some more. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, Sag. And if you would like a personal reading, there are multiple options available. Send me an email and we'll discuss what those options are and how you can get that reading you want. Okay, let's get that advice, please, Spirit. All right, we got the Page of Wands. More fire energy. That's you, right? And we have the Knight of Pentacles here. That goes back to getting to know yourself. The Page is somebody who's learning. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. She is somebody who does know herself. She is someone who is um, self-affirming. She is full of energy. She is somebody who is confident and a visionary. She's charismatic, if I could say the word, charismatic. And this is about getting into that space, having that Queen of Wands energy, somebody who's also intuitive. So she's connected. She's connected to her spirit team, her benevolent ancestors, the universe, God, whomever it is that you lean into, Sagittarius. But this is about continuing to know and get to know yourself. It's a process. It's a journey. But you have to be more dependable on your team as well as yourself. Seeking approval of or from yourself. knowing that you are already worthy, knowing that you're already whole, setting up those boundaries and being cautious and taking pause to not rush to be a people pleaser, because people pleasing is not being a giver. It's not, because what you want is for somebody to like you and approve of you. So that's more of taking. Giving is when you're going to do it regardless of how they feel about you and still know that you're whole and complete afterwards. This is about being, making it a ritual to take care of yourself and get to know yourself, as who you are now, because you're not the same person you were yesterday. You're not the same person you were 5 hours ago. And having the courage to love yourself unapologetically, set boundaries up unapologetically, and know that you're never too much. This is about being loyal to yourself. Yeah, I love this. Is that it, Spirit? That's it. I hope this helps. And I hope it's helped you for your highest good, Sag. Until next time, remember, you're never too much. Bye.